Hello, ons Kate. We're playing Pokemon Legends Set A. We're gonna continue the story. So we're currently rank B. We're further in the story. Probably close to towards, I guess, the main story end. We did almost all of the side quest up to now as well, unless it's regarded Pokemon or other things I haven't done yet. Or managed to finish it, so we're gonna continue the main story and probably side stories. And depending on, we might also trying to do the online ranking stuff. You're both here. Good. I'm sorry for the urgent summons. What's going on? What do you need both me and her for? I'm afraid I do not have any answers. I was merely tasked with reaching you two. President Jet is waiting inside. She will be the one to explain. Ma'am, I've brought Team MZ's leader, Urban, and his teammate as well. Thank you both for sparing me some of your time. The two of you helped me out of a difficult situation the other day, along with that gentleman from the Rush Syndicate. I'm sorry I failed to properly express my appreciation sooner. So, it wasn't true, right, what the trainer was saying? You mean his claim that Pokemon flocking to Lumos are a part of some plot by a company? Of course that's incorrect. Truly, the extent of our involvement in this entire affair is the use of our holotech barriers. These barriers encircle the wild zones and keep wild Pokemon from damaging their surroundings. Specifically though, they are intended to prevent wild Pokemon that have undergone rogue Mega Evolution from causing widespread damage. Makes sense. After the incident 5 years ago, Luminous City was hemorrhaging people and property values were in freefall. This is why the urban redevelopment plan was established. But it was a risky venture. The mayor could not find businesses willing to take on the project, and so it fell to my company, Artistically Inc. The initial plan was to create a city that belonged to both Pokemon and wild people and Pokemon, a place where wild Pokemon could live alongside humans. There were concerns from some uneasy with the idea, even those with no ties to the city. Still, it was a noble undertaking, worth pursuing. But when we began investigating Prism Tower to plan for repairs and improvements, we became aware of something we had not anticipated. The tower was emitting a peculiar energy. That is where we also began detecting that strange power, which we call Mega Power, in all corners of Lumos City. At the same time, wild Pokemon were flocking to the city in droves, as if drawn to this power, and now we have rogue Mega Evolution. If this dire phenomenon becomes commonplace, the people will abandon Luminous once more. It's alright, Team MZ will help you get all this under control. Thank you for that, young man. Beg my pardon, madam. It seems I'm being called for. If you would excuse me for just a moment. It is thanks to Vinny that I came to know of AZ, which also led me to your group, Team MZ, and to me asking so much of you children now. As if we wouldn't want to help save the people and Pokemon of Luminous. We're glad to help, right? Thank you both. I wish to make the city where people and Pokemon truly can live together. Help me make that dream a reality. We're on it. Which probably means we better get down to work. Thanks for having us. One last question before you go, Urban. If you don't mind me asking, that jacket of yours, where did you obtain it? This. It used to be my mom's, something to remember her by. I see. Forgive me, I just thought it looked familiar somehow. If you remember where you might have seen it, let me know, madam. I came here to Luminous searching for someone. You might just have the clue I need to find them. Now, we should get going. Please, one more moment of your time. I've just been briefed about the latest readings. We're detecting concentrations of mega power. I will email you all the details, as usual. Leave it to us. This is what Team MC's here for. We're gonna make Luminous a city that people and Pokemon can share. Like we're saying, ma'am. Come on, we're heading back to the hotel for the strategy meeting time. Let's see the new Mega Stones available. For Clefable, Draggle, and Scrafty. So all of these you can get with collecting Mega Shards. So we have still one left to get the one for Salamence and Metagross. So that's about 720. So, why would Vinny call you over to Quartzatico? I guess the president just wanted to know us they've got our backs and appreciate our work. She said she's counting on our help to take care of the rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon. Speaking of which, did you both get word from Vinny about new rogue Mega Evolution reports? That we did, which I suppose means it's time for another strategy meeting. Here's the new info from Vinny. Our first concern is Dragonite in First Sector 3. Second is in Jean Sector 4, we got a Tyranitar to check out. And finally there's a Starmie in Blue Sector 9. All three of those can be difficult to tackle, even when they haven't Mega evolved. Yeah, so they're gonna be extremely tough customers when Rogue Mega Evolution sets in. Do you feel up to this? Team MZ will be supporting you on the ground, as always. But even with our help, these will be serious opponents. We can't let their guard down. Come on, we're all pros at working together now. Yeah, we've calmed so many rogue Pokemon. Team MZ is a well-oiled machine. True enough. Okay, so recap. We've got 3 more Pokemon at risk of Rogue Mega Evolution. We stake out each of the locations and the support comes from them. Up first the Dragonite and third Sector 3. That one goes to Urban. Naveen, you keep an eye on the Tyranitar and Jean Sector 4. And I now stand by to help them handle the Starmie in Blue Sector 9. You always seem to leave the heaviest load on your shoulders. Thanks, I'm really glad to hear that. And you can count on us to heal up your Pokemon before we get into battle. Alright team, move out. Time to save more Pokemon from Rogue Mega Evolutions. They're only Mega Evolutions. So I guess we start with the Tyranitar, which is at least the evolution is in Dragon type and ground. I remembered. In areas where there is a rogue Pokemon, there will be more Mega Shards. And if you don't know about the Pokemon, just talk to your to the team members. Sometimes they give you hints on the Pokemon. But to show you Tyranitar is in Rock and Dark type, so that means they're weak against water attacks, but also ground attacks. And since this is Mega, I'm not sure which extra type it gets. Here's our likely soon to Mega Evolve target, Tyranitar, the armor Pokemon. As you expect from the name, it possesses impressive defenses. This may be a long fight. But my Scrafty should do well against a Tyranitar in terms of type matchups. And in any case, this Tyranitar needs our help, so we simply have to do it. I bet you could handle this on your own if you had to, but you can count on Scrafty and me for help. Tyranny right. Tyranitar right. All these wild Pokemon gathering in Luminous and all these rogue Mega Evolution. I'll be relieved if when we finally figure out the cause and put these mysteries to bed. I'll keep looking into it on my end as well. Okay, sorry, I figured out. Forgot how to get inside. There you are. The dragonite is pretty troublesome Pokemon. It hits hard and is built tough. Its mega evolution was only recently discovered too. We don't really know what to expect from it. But you look curious. Something on your mind? Yeah, I guess I feel like I need to protect the city since the person I'm searching for is here somewhere. Right now, that means taking care of Luna's rogue mega evolution problem. Probably looking for the other person. If you choose a male character, Urban is gonna be a female. Mega dragonite. In case you haven't noticed, when you have to choose an attack, you can see depending the figures in the attack means how effective. So the circle with the dot means super effective. Just a circle is regular effective, and then the triangle means not effective. Since Dragonair is, I guess, a dragon, and probably it's weak against dragon type attacks, and ice attacks, and fairy attacks. Dragonite. You're on a roll. Sooner or later we're gonna figure out what's causing all these Pokemon to go rogue. Then Luminous be a place shared by people and Pokemon just like the folks at Corsair Tico want. Keep it up. So collected some Mega Shards to get the other Mega Stones we hadn't bought yet. Or exchanged. So now we have all the Mega Stones available up to now in the story. So we're gonna do the starmie quest. So the easiest way to get on blue sector is multiple ways you can get from this area on the rooftops. You can get here as well and from that side as well. If you have the rotom glider, but the easiest way is just climbing the scaffolding. Hold on, you lot, you don't want to mess with the Pokemon up ahead. It's shrouded in Mega Power or whatever. It's a really ready to blow, so no one's getting by. Feels like I've seen you two before though. Well, trainers as strong as you two ought to be alright. Come on, follow me. For goodness sake, which imbecile let two civilians waltz in here when I specifically said to block off the area? Mr. Philippe, hi, what are you doing here? You receive word of Pokemon behaving erratically. We cannot allow any Lewis resident to be harmed, so we came to evaluate the situation. I thought that if need to be, I could take care of the situation personally. Your intel was spot on. The erratic Pokemon you were warned about is at risk of undergoing rogue Mega Evolution, and we're here to calm it down. I see, so you're trying to keep Luminous safe, just like us. Problem is, I'm here on direct orders from the boss. He would hardly be pleased if I simply step aside for you. I'm sure you understand. Then what are we supposed to do? It's simple. If you defeat my team, then I will be unable to take on other opponents. Steelix, a steel type. Weak against ground and fire attacks. Evolution of an Onyx, traded while holding the metal coat. Acheron, steel type Pokemon, the final evolution of Aeron. Scizor, the evolution of an Zygarde traded while holding a metal coat item. Calmary, steel type. And the mega evolution is gold colored. I see you've been honing your skills. Time for us to withdraw, you lot. We can leave things to Team MZ. I can understand why the boss holds you in such high regard. When I first met the boss, I thought nobody could possibly surpass him. Yet now I find that the world may be bigger than I ever imagined. That's kind of funny coming from you, Philippe. You're older than Corbeau, and the rest of us. Age matters little when it comes to greatness. In my childhood years, I was already formidable in physical strength and in my talent for battles. As such, I was able to keep the local ruffians under control and under my command. But I was still nothing but a young fool. I was strong, yes, but that didn't put food on the table. It was only thanks to Lysander's support that I managed to survive those days. That wasn't the case for Mr. Corbeau. He negotiated with Lysander, convincing the man to give him seed money for his ventures. Mr. Corbeau started up all sort of businesses, security services, Pokemon couriers, even some things that perhaps weren't entirely above board. He was quite a little upstart, so me and my gang thought he needed to be taught a lesson. Yet the young Mr. Corbeau and his partner Whirlipede gave us the slip at every turn, always one step ahead, until we were forced to admit defeat. He outdid us completely and in an area entirely unrelated to Pokemon battles. Ever since then, he has been the only person I call my boss. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. In exchange for his silence, please take this. This is a water stone, right? Use it on the partner of yours. It will surely help you protect Luminous. Now please make sure to handle things here. If the city goes down, the Rush Syndicate will have no clients left to work with, after all. If I use the stone Philippe gave me, it will be Starmie versus Starmie. Think I should do it? Right, okay, I evolved my my partner. Then we got to calm down that rogue mega starmie. Before Starmie's rogue mega evolution sets in, want me to heal your Pokemon? Make sure you and the relegator stay safe, okay? Mega Starmie. Starmie is een water type Pokémon. Starmie Knight. Good work. That's another rogue Pokemon successfully calmed. These battles really take out of it, huh? I know we gotta help these poor Pokemon stop the suffering, but geez, they don't let up with the super fierce attacks. And all that running around dodging, it leaves me absolutely starving. Do you think Luminous Restaurants might have started all this as a plot to bring in customers? Nah, couldn't be. That'd be wild. That was Urban. I'm guessing he wants us back at Hotel ZZ to debrief. That's another wave of rogue mega evolution dealt with. As usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really outdid yourself this time. I'm so glad we've got you on Team MZ. Hey AZ, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it, my young friend? You keep saying we need to find the strongest mega evolution user, but how do we determine that? Like, how do we know which trainer's actually the strongest? That is up to Floette to decide. How do you mean? I mean, that is will require the greatest of mega evolution users to handle Floette's true power. For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calming rogue Pokemon. But do we know how Floette would even decide who's the strongest? Maybe it's gotta be a trainer that Floette thinks she could rely on? Well, that must be you then. Says who? The next rank match. Grisham. Grisham? So it's finally time. You're in arm's reach of rank A now, the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Who the heck is Grisham? Does anyone know him? Odd, they've made it to rank B, but managed to keep their face secret? Some folks prefer not to show their face in their profile photo. They want to keep their daily lives and their ZA Royale activities separate. Some people sign up using pseudonyms or nicknames too. That's true, but still. How are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You have to wait for them to find you, I guess. And risk getting worse with the Prism Tower? No way, we can't just sit back and wait. He's our best bet. Let's head to the lookup bureau and try to find out more about this Grisham. Looks like the competition to see who hits rank A first has begun. Who joins ZA Royale under a false name? These people are strange people out there. The strongest mega evolution. Another role I should have fulfilled and yet failed to. I want to be artistic in all things, even Pokemon battles. What makes those battles truly shine is their beauty, their strength, and how ephemeral it all is. You don't know what I mean? You'll find out if you battle me. Being an ice type Pokemon and rock. Weak against fighting type attacks. Of ground attacks. I don't remember. Barbador. Potion type, I think. Haunter, ghost type. Weak against dog type. Onyx and ground type. Lux, ice type Pokemon. Burpees. Grass type and ghost type Pokemon. Evolution of the pumpkaboo. Self-destruct. Explosion. I faced a trainer once who would shout, "Let's give it all we've got before a battle." Thanks to her, me and my Pokemon realized what it really meant to give a battle our all. But don't worry, the first place I go after every battle is a Pokemon Center. The Ethereal beauty found in a fleeting battle and healing to bring out our resilience. This is indeed our style. We got the TM self-destruct. This is terrible. My whirlipede is out of control. It's whirling all over the place. It might run into someone or the Pokemon. They could get hurt. Please, I need you to battle my whirlipede and end this rolling rampage. That's an bug and potion type. Thank goodness, it finally stopped. What were you thinking, letting your whirlipede run wild through the city like that? Oh, no, she looks upset. When the Fist of Justice, a group dedicated to get rid of wild zones so that Pokemon and people can truly coexist in Luminous. Letting your whirlipede run amok like that, it's going to make people think Pokemon are scary. Are you trying to make the Fist of Justice look bad or something? What? No, not at all. Whirlipede just suddenly started rolling and zoomed off. I didn't mean to make anyone look bad. I swear. Whether you meant it or not, it makes trouble for us when Pokemon act dangerously out in public. I think the Fist of Justice needs to help to teach you a lesson. Now we have to fight her. Oh. Okay. Wait, does this mean I'll be training under Ivor? That Ivor? That sounds just as painful and scary as being mowed down by my whirlipede. Huh. Ghost type Pokemon are weak to dog type moves and ghost type moves. Do you know what that means? In battle between ghost types, speed plays a large part in determining the outcome. So what say if in battle decide which of us is the superior ghost type Pokemon? Okay. So I need to switch out everything I have for ghost type. So that was the ghost and grass type, so also weak against fire and dark type attacks. Unless they're faster. Get away. Okay, this is not gonna work. Because I don't have ghost type Pokemon, that's wrong. There's been quite a stir in the pumpkaboo fan community of the recent discovery. Pumpkaboo used to be sorted based on their size: small size, average size, large size or super size. However, it come to light that differences between them go beyond just size. So now they are called small variety, medium variety, large variety and jumbo variety. Don't you think the new names sound more like different breeds than anything else? I do. I want to see if they really are different, so I've been collecting pumpkaboo varieties. But I haven't had any luck finding the largest jumbo variety. They said to appear at night in Wild Zone 15. Please, I need you to catch a jumbo variety. It's even bigger than the pumpkaboo I have here, if you can believe it. So I guess we have to find an alpha pumpkaboo. Oh, don't bring an alpha. Don't bring an alpha Pokemon. It's hard to determine what variety it is when it's an alpha size. Okay. So we need to look for a pumpkaboo that is larger in size and appearance, but it's really a guessing game. Because how big is that one? Because you have to look at the summary. Oh. Okay, this one looks bigger. I think we found this one, so I caught a lot of different ones, but if you see the difference is the size of, to the Pokeball background. Because these are all the same size, and then the last one I caught is the size classification is M, but the pumpkaboo is actually bigger. So that's what we're looking for, because you see also that one in the distance before I caught the other one is smaller. So luckily it didn't take that much, but I did basically catch every other pumpkaboo to make sure that the other different ones spawned. So it's not the size qualification, but the actual size of the Pokemon. So it needs to appear big. A jumbo variety pumpkaboo. So this variety carries jumbo-sized spirits to the afterlife in a huge body. How mysterious. Even if they look similar, I can see how these different variations are indeed different forms. Forgive me. To be honest, I don't really get it, but how could I not be convinced by the size of the Pokemon? From now on, I'll nurture my own spirit so big it's enough to require a jumbo variety someday. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for bringing me a jumbo variety pumpkaboo. So it's literally the spawn size is differently compared to the other pumpkaboos that float around. As you can see. Oh, whoa. You're also giving the Pokemon away? Okay. I wonder if we can catch another big one. Oh. Hey Mimi, doing okay? Hello Dore. What can I do for you today? If this is about your case, I've narrowed down the list of likely candidates by looking at people who come to Lewis within the last few years. Thanks Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Let's hear it. We need to find her opponent for the next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grisham. I know the name, one of the top ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, or so I've heard. I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in a battle, I'll tell you what I know. Come on, let's head outside. I wonder if you still have to battle her, or have to go to the lookup bureau if you chose Vinny. Oh, we have to battle Vinny, that could also be it. Where is she? Emma stayed out of the ZA Royale cause she's always got tons of detective work on her plate, but you also know she's super strong. Are you ready to battle me? I'll be using Pokemon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar. Everyone's... Let's go. So Malamar is... Potion? Psychic, I thought. Empress, electric type Pokemon. You can also get the shiny Marie by a side quest. Malwow, een steel type en fairy type. Lopunny, normal type Pokemon. Lucario, weak against ground attacks and also fire attacks because it's a steel and fighting type Pokemon. Malamar, psychic and potion. Tell me, what do you two know about Team Flare? They're the group that caused a ton of trouble for the Kalos 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. The group was led by a man named Lysander. He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he's reappeared calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokemon. It seems suspicious, so I decided to investigate them. Not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be generally trying to help save Luminous. So it's not the old guard we've got to worry about here, but rather the new one. See, about 5 years ago I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how you heard what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently they tried a few different things, including making the expansion suit that they use. Another one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grisham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, though it's not clear if Grisham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Grisham is taking part in the ZARO, but why? To what end? There's no real saying for sure, not until I do some more digging at least. You know what, I bet Mable at the Pokemon Research Lab could you tell more about Grisham. Sorry, but that's not for me to say, it's up to Mable to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I do some investigating of my own, you should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see what Mable says. I guess Mable is also an old Team Flare member. That rat, the foul little man. I can't believe that mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more wild zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off, not when he knows I'm basically at his mercy, but that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm an acting director of this place. Are you making progress on my research task? Grisham, who could that be? Team Flare, it seems you already know more about Chris than I would have thought. Fine, so he used to be part of Team Flare. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious, but there are still people today who react badly if they ever Even heard the word Team Flare, you know, so I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but I won't lie about it if I'm asked about either. And everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others, but I took a plea deal, so I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me if I'm always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flare also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry, didn't mean for the sub story to spill out. You want to know about Grisham, huh? He was part of a younger generation in Team Flare. Everyone called him Gris. It means grey, like the color of ashes. He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles. Not that he got much chance to show it off that skill at the time. I honestly don't know what I might be thinking now joining this at area. But if we really got to know, you might want to try Nouveau Cafe over in Centrico Plaza. You'll find out when you go, won't you? Jeez. Don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time comes. And don't forget, I still want you to keep up the research work too. Got some more side quest. Aaron. You want to know what I'm doing? Well, I'm feeding these Aarons. Aaron love to eat metal. They even munch away at cars and things if you're not careful. So I feed them scrap metal to make sure they don't start eating what they shouldn't. I do worry they get bored if I keep feeding them the same old thing all the time though. So I had an idea. Don't you think a poison type move would add some really nice flavor to scrap metal? Steel type Pokemon can be poisoned, so it won't bother them at all. If you're happy to help me test my idea, hit that bell scrap metal with the move Slug Bomb. Oh, the Slug Bomb gave the scrap metal such a tantalizing aroma. And look, the Aarons seem pretty happy with the result too. They're chowing it down. I'm so glad this random idea of mine worked out. Thank you for spicing up things for us. You were a fantastic help and I'm fantastically grateful. After this, I think I spend more time researching which potion type moves Aaron find the tastiest. Don't worry my little Aaron friends, I'll keep feeding you as much scrap metal as you like. Well, if it ain't the kid from Team MZ, you got a bit of a reputation in Rush Syndicate. I heard you're pretty strong. Battle me, will you? Don't have to be right now. I can wait till you're good and ready. The steel type Pokemon. Excadrill, ground steel. Steelix. Oh well. Scissor, Bucken, Steel type. You know, you're alright. Most folks wouldn't waste time humoring me. Guess I owe you something interesting since I lost the battle. Let me tell you a little secret. Steel can be poisoned. See, that's true even for people. Word is that back when he was young, our very own Philippe was awed by an even younger man, Corbeau. The thing about Corbeau is that he's charismatic, charming, just downright intoxicating, and that's red. But it can work against him too, so Philippe looks to Skarmory as a reminder. It helps him keep a level head and stop him from just blindly following Corbeau. None of this is high stakes intel, mind you, but I like talking about it anyway. In case our second in command has such a solid head on his shoulder that grunts like us can sleep easy. Take this. Thanks for the battle and for listening to me prattle on. If Corbeau's taking you under his wing, then that make us family, MC grunt. Just now, you beamed a message into my brain, did you not? There's no need for pretense, my friend. You are clearly one of us. We are all trainers who lived in the blessed company of Starmie. Please join our next gathering. We shall invite a Starmie dwelling among the stars to descend and grace us with their presence. For as we know, Starmie are none other than the very stars themselves. Return here at night and make sure you are accompanied by a Starmie of your own. Okay. So Starmie is the final evolution of Staryu, so you have to use a water stone to evolve the Pokemon. Okay, let's go back to the starmie gathering to see what's up. I see you have a starmie with you. Wonderful. Let us begin. It is time to call down the starmie dwelling in the heavens. We can achieve this only when our hearts are one with those of our starmie. Please join our own invocation. Louder, everyone. Again. We must all make our hearts as one. Do it for those starmies still dwelling among the stars. Oh look, a shooting star. Seems like it fell towards Bleu Plaza. Let us rejoice what we have achieved this star-true night. A new starmie has decided to grace our planet. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please take this as along with our gratitude. Bleu Plaza. The evolution. We shall see you again in a year this time. What is Blue Plaza? Plaza and okay. I mean, there's no follow-up with the quest, but okay. Oh, there. Oh. Look. It looks like there's something on the ground where the shooting star fell. It's a moonstone. You can use it to evolve Pokemon. Okay. Okay, let's figure out. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You're here for another drink? If you'd like to order something, please speak to the young lady there. Well, isn't this entertaining? It looks like you managed to find your next opponent. The quiet master of the Centrico Plaza's famed Nouveau Cafe truck is indeed just a front. The truth is, I'm one of the top-ranked trainers in the Zete Real, the foremost trainer in rank B, and the boss of Team Flare Nouveau. Yes, you found me, Grisham, at your service. I've got my own goals to achieve, goals that have brought me to the Zete Real. Which means I cannot let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes little sense to you. However, shall I explain the whole thing? Grisham, you know this kid is with the AZ? There's no point even trying to explain it all to someone on AZ's side. This is Griselle, one of my comrades and Team Flare Nouveau. Let's just take this kid down, right here, right now, while we've got the chance. Griselle, please come yourself. Nouveau Cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. There's no place to start a commotion. Fine, I sent you a location. If you care at all about the truth, go there and wait. We close up shop and then head over. If you be so kind, please check your map and find your own way. We'll meet you there. Look at you, waiting like a good little girl. I imagine you'll be asking yourself why we would want to meet at such spot. This is Lysander Cafe. It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it's just an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare, or more rightly for Team Flare Nouveau. You do know about Team Flare, do you? What could an outsider like you know about what Team Flare really was? Griselle. Grisham, this kid is our enemy. She's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouveau. There's no point trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of her. The world has not been kind or forgiving toward those of us who were part of Team Flare. I'm afraid it's all too understandable, sad though it is that some harden their hearts in response, like Griselle here has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Griselle once he's set a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before a promotion match, I must ask. Won't you grant Griselle the battle she desires? Fight me. So Team Flare, that probably means a lot of fire type Pokemon. I'm going to burn you to the ground. There won't be enough of you left to fight in the Z area. That means probably ground, water, rock attacks, ground attacks are useful. There's also a Mega Ring. Solar Flame, Fire and Flying type. So that means water attack, electric attack. Aerodactyl, a ground and rock type. You can get it by buying a fossil from the old ember from the Stone Emporium. And once you have unlocked the lab in level floor 1 in the Pokemon lab, if you did side quest, you can revive the fossils. Metagross, and Steel type and Psychic. Fire Roar, evolution of Litleo, the male Litleo. This is ridiculous. I lost. My Pokemon lost. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Luminous City. I say it's time for a little coffee break. Voila, 1 Amber Rose, a signature drink at Nouveau Cafe. That should have perked up the Pokemon who battled for us as well. Now that we're all feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you about the true history of Team Flare and what it is what we hope to accomplish. Please join us inside. The fiery red of Lysander's burning passion. That is what fills this Lysander cafe. And here, in this place, I like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysander, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own, to reduce the number of people in the world. In the end, Lysander made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region of the map? That weapon was AZ's creation. You may also see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home. But if he had never built something so horrifying as the ultimate weapon, then Lysander would have never been driven to such madness, and we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcast. And now it appears that AZ is out to save Luminous, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies, I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring, and of course you might not even believe a word that I've said. That's why I invite you to witness the truth yourself. You see? Open sesame. Beyond the door lies the former Lysander Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active. And it was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. Lysander's lab was designed to be a labyrinth, and of course, plenty of wild Pokemon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth yourself. Oh, great. He want to help you, but also say like, good luck down there. Let's see what kind of Pokemon. I figured enough time has passed for you to have gotten yourself in some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysander's lab? If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. You see it? You need to find an elevator key. There should be one laying around there somewhere. Okay, cool. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Allemaal warp points and points you can explore. Like with the old Pokemon games as well. Wait, there's one space. So weird to see. Normally you have the lab space and you see in the old games or the DS games and Game Boy Advance, you see it of course from the top. And now you're in it. Like the depth. Should be Pokemon as well. Oh, Houndoom. Another Warped. We're gonna check them all out, but I also want to collect anything we can find. What is this? You pulled down the lever and activated the power supply unit. We activated the warp points. The lights are back on and nearby warp panels should work now. Okay, time to try all of them. Where are we? Okay, this is in that zone. Let's see. Pretty cool. Blocked. A Mentoric. Evolution of electric. Electric type Pokemon. We found a lab key. Dark Pulse. PM. We can go here. Oh yeah, jumping point. Let's see. This one and this one connect. So this one is often the one. The warp panel here is often the one that gets you back at the entrance. We're now in the purple zone. Oh, we can go through the... Do we jump down? Do we die? Electric. Do we die? Oh, we cannot even go further. Guess we have to use the elevator key we found. No. Oh, we can use the lab key for this. Now we're in the green area, so we probably have to activate the next portals. Oh, Pokemon. Which I don't see it. Oh, Zubat. Noseband. Oh, we didn't catch it. So Nova evolves from Noibat. You can evolve by leveling up. Hounder and Houndoom. the letter B, so we need a B door key. No. Let's activate the next few warp panels. But literally only one that activated, and oh, two in the green area there. We got a lab key, the B card, so we can hop over here and go to the other door. That was here. So we're in a different sector of the purple one. Probably here we can activate these warp panels. Ooh, Beldum. Oh. Damn it. Can't catch them. This room looks like the room that normally we have in the Pokemon games, the Pokemon lab. That will be the place where you can heal up your Pokemon. Now we're on the other side of this area with the Mantric and Electric. The lights are back on. Nearby warp panels should work. Let's see. This one works. We haven't been in this area yet, so we probably get there. Ekans and Arbok, potion type. Okay, we got the next lab door. We came from here, I think. That's the final evolution of the Honedge Pokemon. An Eggish Slush floats in the way. It looks like you have to defeat it in order to continue. And the smaller ones are the Honedge. The path is now clear. Probably later on. I guess you can probably return here as well in the lab to catch Pokemon. It's one of the standing stones that line Route 10 all the way to the ruins in Lysander town. These stones apparently behave in a mysterious manner. They usually emit energy, but when the ultimate weapon is activated, that reverses. They then begin to absorb energy from Pokemon attached to them. Ah, so the Mega Stones. Something similar. The elevator key. Now we can get directly to the main entrance to get to the elevator. You can now use the elevator. Which floor do you want to go? B2 first. Let's see. Let's now go to B3. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check and initialize. Possession of all the card keys have been confirmed. Commencing the partial reboot of systems. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the view. File 3, the legends. And file 4, our shared dreams. Which would you like to review? File 1, the device that grants life. This device was created 3000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We have found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Gamesetting town. It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work, but we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it since he was the machine's creator. You must find him and capture him without delay. File 2. The View. The device that grants lives, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form and then emit the distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. This life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that has lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? File 3. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon. Turnus, which represents life and rebirth, and Itel, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. But what would happen to the world if we were to use such power to achieve the ultimate weapon? File 4. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. And when something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. My comrades and Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world towards a more beautiful future. Zygarde. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon, how truly abominable it was? AZ created that weapon, and then 1000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within the Prism Tower. Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet, this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bar of his cells, I didn't know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within the Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokemon, one particular Floette. There was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device, but the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth together with the Team Flare's secret base. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deathly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in the Prism Tower awakened as well. Sensing danger, now it has become a threat to Luminous. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the internal flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth I know, and now you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysander Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and with AZ, and then do what must be done. With the ultimate weapon, we unleash the power of the Kalos legendary Pokemon. The weapon will be powered by living Pokemon, or rather by the life energy they contain. To obtain this life energy, we must bind Pokemon to the standing stones that line Route 10. There are also details on other plans about the ultimate weapon written here. So depending if you played the DS games of Pokemon X and Y, you would have met Team Flare and such. Did you see Lysander? You think that he's still alive, and yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget us? It's all because of him that the rest of us... Griselle, there will be a time for such things later. And you know the truth of AZ's sins. So I make this request of you. Get AC's Floette and give her to me. You must see it by now. With AC's special Floette, we should be able to keep the prison tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Luminous, then people will finally see us differently. You don't understand? We were mere children born to those who chose to join Team Flare, and yet we too became pariahs in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. We couldn't just leave Luminous. This city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. The only reason Team Flare exists was to make Luminous better, to make all of Carlos better. At Nouveau Cafe, we worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And we've worked there, we've also heard the voices of Luminous people. We understand the city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you need to more than just a challenges ticket. You need to be ready to hand over AC's Floette to me. I must become the strongest trainer by battling my way up through the Isete Real. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then, I will be the one to restore the Prism Tower with AC's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned AC's sins. Go back to Hotel C. Okay, gonna stop it here. Thank you all for watching. Wish you all well. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me. And see you in the next video.